Dear all, how is your 2025 and what is the plan for 2026? I hope that you have a happy 2025 and an even brighter future in 2026. However, throughout the 2025, we all know that there are many disasters, there are many wars on the earth, there are many evils. We have seen so many evil acts by different peoples in the world. There seems no peace, no security. Will 226 will be better, or will the coming days be better? Surely it is not. If we have read Bible, if we know the truth from the Bible, we all know that throughout all these years, especially in 2025, we witnessed so many disasters, so many wars, and so many evilness, so many fightings. We all know that it is only the beginning. For the Bible has told us, for nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there will be famines and earthquakes in various places. All these are but the beginning of the birth pains. Then maybe we will feel very worried. We are in panic when we read from all those news, or we ourselves witness those disasters or those tragedies, those wars. We really just want it to be an end, right? Maybe by our own force, or by our country's force, or by international interruption. We hope that someone can intervene, and then all the nations won't fight against nation, and then we want to use a high tech to forecast, to have a better forecast about the nature, about the world's activity. We want to prevent the great harms from earthquakes or tornado or anything. But we all know that these are only the beginning. So it seems that there is not an end to all those suffering that people are facing now. When we have seen so many gun shooting in the U.S., even someone who is promoting biblical truth only in the university, only by debating, by a public speech, will be assassinated. Even the president, the presidential candidate will also face assassination. In the past, we have seen that the Japanese, I think it's a prime minister, also was assassinated. This is not too far away, not too long ago. Maybe, and then less than 1 year, Trump was assassinated for a few times, but God saved him. He was still alive. And then his supporter, Charlie Kirk, was assassinated and was killed. And then recently we heard that one professor in MIT in the US was also killed by his old classmate. Despite of all those school shootings, university shootings that nearly every year we have heard about quite a number of shooting in colleges and schools. and then so many natural disaster, flooding. Last few months, we know that the flooding in Texas has taken away so many lives of the children and youngsters. So we really want that kind of mishappening, disasters, or evilness came to an end. We all pray there will be an end. And then, of course, we believe that our God has that power to end it. But God has already prophesied to us in the Bible that it is only the beginning. So when we see this nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom, and so many earthquakes in various places, this is only the beginning. So how can we face this beginning of the final days, which is coming? Maybe we will think that, okay, let us enjoy more because we don't know that how long we are still living. So treasure our life, treasure our beloved life, treasure our family's lives. So just enjoy more, treasure more, go out more for traveling, spend money more, or even someone just don't have a future plan because our future may not be long. But how can you know that when these final days will finally come? Okay, our Jesus Christ, His second coming. When will He really come for His second coming? Maybe we think that it is still a long time away, but when we see that more wars, more conflicts, more evilness, it seems that we all know that the final day has coming nearer and nearer. So maybe there are two streams of thought, two kinds of people. One category will think that, oh, let us enjoy more. One category will think about that, oh, maybe what I need is not to enjoy life. What I need is to have a savior, to ensure that I have eternal life, okay, not only the life in this world, because the life in this world can be easily taken away anytime. For example, the children in the Catholic Mass, I think a few months ago, in Minnesota, I think, they are worshipping, but suddenly then there is shooting, and then some lives are gone. When the children in the Texas campsite, when they are enjoying their campsite activities, I think only on the third day or fourth day, and then the flood suddenly come, and then many lives were gone, right? And then the typo fire. Suddenly, when some are still sleeping, some are cooking, some are working outside, and then finally someone called them, oh, your home is on fire, your estate is on fire. They have to call their parents at home, their maids at home, or they have to quickly rush back home to help save the family. But they, of course, they cannot get in when they arrive. The fire is already so great, so high, and then suddenly we don't expect that there will be such a quick fire in Hong Kong and then kill so many lives, and then so many people cannot escape, and then the fire can become the fire can engulf the whole estate with 7 buildings just within a few hours. Okay, and so we don't know that what is our last day. When will the final days come? We don't know that. Because the Bible has said that in the last days there will come times of difficulty. Sure, we all see that. When the final day has come nearer and nearer, we can see that the difficulties become more and more, and then the level of difficulty is also higher and higher. We can see that how the U.S. President Trump tried hard to make peace. So many discussions, so many phone calls, so many meetings, so many times come to an agreement or nearly come to an agreement, and then suddenly the agreement broke, or even the agreement was made, the fighting still goes on. So we can see that the difficulties becomes more and more. It's more and more difficult to have peace, to come to a peace settlement. The fighting between Israel and Hamas. Even final agreement has come. The hostages were set free, but then there is still fighting. There is still war. There's still a great loss of lives. We still don't have any hope that the two parties, Israel and Hamas, can really come to a peace settlement, and then be friends forever. No, sure not. And then the war between Ukraine and Soviet, it seems that no matter how hard the U.S. president has tried, because they all have their own thoughts or their own considerations, it's so difficult. Nowadays, it seems more and more difficult to get two parties reconciled, even just a two-person or just a couple. We can see that more and more divorces. We can see more and more family problems, broken families, children growing up from broken family. We see more and more. We see more and more difficult to get them reconciled. Not just between two people, not just between two companies or two nations, between people and the God Creator. People tend to believe in some philosophy or some whatism, or turn away from God. Okay, they choose not to trust, not to rely, not to believe in God, but just to live their own lives. So you can see that reconciliation, peace, seems more and more difficult, because the Bible has already warned us. For people in the last days, there will be more lovers of self, lovers of money, proud, arrogant, abusive, disobedient to their parents. You can see that, really. Few years ago, even in Hong Kong, there is a case that a son killed their parents. And then here in the U.S., many years ago, and then recently, we also heard a son killed the parents. For example, the famous movie producer, okay, the couple was killed by his son recently. So we can see that now in the world there was more and more that kind of people who will be lovers of self, disobedient to their parents, ungrateful. If you are grateful to your parents, no matter how abusive they are, no matter how bad they treat you, okay? If you are grateful that at least they give birth to you, at least they take care of you when you were a baby, right? I think most of the people, they at least when they are a little baby, if they are not abandoned at once, at least the parents have to take care of you when you are a little baby, right? So if you are grateful, you won't kill your parents, or you won't hurt your parents. Or if you are grateful to your spouse, at least you have loved each other before you get married. At least he or she has helped you, and then you appreciate him or her, so that two of you get married. So if you are grateful, no matter how bad he or she becomes, or no matter how hard the relationship becomes, you will act gratefully. At least you won't hurt them, you won't kill them, or you will treat them well, or at least you try to come to a good settlement that can benefit him or her because you're grateful to him or her, right? And then people nowadays tend to be unholy, heartless, yeah, really low heart, right? Unpeaceable. No matter how good the parents try to please their children, try to love them. For example, the movie producer in the U.S. He the couple try to please their children, okay, and then they told their friends that no matter how good we are to him, but it seems that they have no method, they have no way to help the son, okay. The son is still so so rude, or cannot be transformed better, and then finally the son killed the parents, the couples. So the people nowadays are without self-control. They are brutal, not loving good, but love those treacherous. So we can see how the government officials, they are treacherous to the government, to the country, or even they can be treacherous to their spouses. Okay, they are reckless. They are full of conceit. They are lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God. So when there are more and more lovers of own pleasure, brutality, or treachery, of course, and then let fewer and fewer lovers of God, of course, what kind of world you will become? We can imagine what kind of world we will be living in when more and more that kind of people, when people tend to be in that way more and more, okay, not lovers of God, but lovers of your own pleasure, and then treachery, and then proud and arrogant, abusive, and then ungrateful. If we are grateful to God, we thank God that, if God hasn't created a world with fresh air, with water, fresh water, with animals around, so that we won't be starved, and then we won't be frozen to death. We can have warmth and sun, and then we're water. Water is so important, right? And then at least we will be grateful to our parents, our teacher, or even our classmate. Even your classmate, maybe sometimes they tease you, they laugh at you, or they don't play with you. But at least your teachers, your classmates, maybe in certain way they have give you some knowledge, some help, or anyway. Why will you kill them? For example, the killer who has shot two students in the road university, and then killed his old classmate from Portugal, right? And then he's a professor of MIT in the U.S. And then they are classmates long time ago. How can you kill him? Okay, so those lovers of themselves, they are not grateful, and that they even hate. There is a hatred among all those people. They hate those with success. They hate those maybe those people may in the past really have laugh them, mock them, tease them. Maybe, but maybe they have helped them, but they don't. They are not grateful, and then they don't want to see people with success greater than themselves. So hatred, anger, and arrogance, and then fill up those heart and spirit of those people. So, and then even nowadays, some people look good, okay, behave good, or even have the appearance of godliness, okay. They always go to church, or even some pastor serving the church, but later found that they are killers, or they're murderers, or they are they are abusive to children, or they even rape the students, right? So the world is full of that kind of people. So what should we do? Still, there are two groups of people, okay? One group of people facing more and more difficulties, violence, murderers, or tragedies. They will think about what is life, what is the meaning of life. Even I work so hard to buy a house, to be a good citizen and living with my parents, my children. I just work hard, and then I learn my living, and then my whole family live in a very small flat. You know that in Hong Kong, maybe just a few square feet, a few hundred square feet, okay? And then already for 4 people at least, right? And then, or even sometimes more. So, but we can still enjoy a good life. We are satisfied already, okay? We don't need great success, and then I don't need to trust God. I don't need to have salvation. Now my life sounds so good, okay? We have money to spend, okay? We still love each other. Our family is good, or something like that. But suddenly, a good fight will come out. Suddenly, a shooting will come out. Suddenly, a car accident will happen. Suddenly, someone will break into your house and kill you. You see, the daughter of the daughter of MIT who was killed. He was killed at his home by his old classmate. Okay, maybe he opened the door for him to come in. Maybe he found that, oh, this is my old classmate. Okay, let him in. Okay, something like that. But he didn't know that this one is coming to kill him. So you don't know that what will happen in the next second. You don't know that whether your life will be spared in the coming tragedy. I also have a good neighbor who was suddenly killed by a drunk driver on her way back with her family, and already thank God that not the whole family were killed. Only she was killed. The other 2 in the car were just slightly injured. So you can see that this second you are still talking with your family, enjoying the scenes, enjoying the journey. You're going back to your home, waiting to have a good sleep, and then tomorrow you start your life cycle again after a holiday. You think that you still have time. You think that you still have the money, the time, the health, the health to enjoy your life. But no, in the next second, all will be gone. But this is only the beginning. This is only the beginning. Because this world is full of so many people, and then it seems that more and more of that kind of people. All right. In the past, maybe we are only afraid of the World War III is coming, okay? And then maybe we are afraid that some a big disease will be coming. For example, last few years, right? The COVID-19. Even the disease has killed quite a lot of people, but at least you won't die out of the disease in 1 second, right? But now someone can just come into your school, just come to the church, boom, okay, your life is gone. Or even come to your home, boom, and then your life is gone. Or when you just walking on the road, someone will suddenly kill you, okay? Just like the lady on the train. I think in the U.S., yeah, but what state is it? Carolina or Virginia? I forgot. Okay, in the U.S. On the train, the train is full of people. I don't know how the killer can suddenly stand up and then kill the lady and then left the train without stopped by anyone. I don't know that, but the lady is just sitting watching her mobile phone, and then suddenly just in 1 second, she was killed. So when you are still talking to a friend on the phone, enjoying watching the movie on the phone or sending messages, suddenly next second someone will take away your life, or your life will be taken. For example, today I read a news about a man around 70 years old. He's waiting for a train for nearly 1 hour, and then when the train come, no one knows why he suddenly fell into the track and then was boom by a few coming trains. So maybe after waiting for 1 hour, maybe he's a little bit dizzy, fainted because he's already over 70. And then when he walked to the train, ready to get on the train, maybe he's too old people don't stand up at once after sitting for a long time, and then don't rush to the train, and then let the train stop completely, and then you board the train. Maybe he is standing up too fast and then walking to a train too fast, and then suddenly he fainted, and then before the train has arrived, he already fell down, and then the train boom, and then a few more trains come, so he was killed at once. So you don't know what happened. He is waiting for a train to visit his friends. Maybe just a few stops. I don't think that an old man will take a long way by train alone. Maybe just he thinks that just a few stops, okay. But maybe the train is not so not so frequent, right? And then maybe it's delayed. Maybe he has already waited too long. Maybe he seated too long. So when you seated too long, you should get up gradually, especially when you're old. So we don't know what happened this second because of our health, because of surrounding, because, for example, the murder in Taipei recently. The one who was killed was just walking inside the mall, right? And then when you're still walking, and then you are thinking of something, and then suddenly a man passed by you, and then suddenly you were killed. You were killed by him. You don't expect that someone walking by you inside the mall will suddenly kill you. So the one sitting at your back on the train will suddenly stand up and kill you. So you don't expect that. You don't expect that the world actually now is full of people who are lovers of themselves, lovers of abusiveness, lovers of unholiness. We should expect that the world now is full of that kind of people. But it doesn't mean that we lost trust and love for people, because when we find that more and more that kind of people, more and more that kind of tragedy, killing, and so on. But we should know that this is true. And then what should we do? We should know that we can't control life. Don't think that, oh, I'm still young, I'm still healthy, I don't have enemies, I am in the US or in anywhere that you think that is safe. For example, the Taiwanese, they think that the one who was in whole gear and then with the mask, black mask, and then with a long life, they think that maybe they are making a movie or something like that, or just cosplay. So they are not they don't expect that there will be a killing, a massacre, just like the attack on the Bondi Beach in Australia. Australia is also quite safe, okay, famous for safety. Not so many shootings or killings like in the US or Europe. And then just at the beach, okay? There's no tsunami, no tornado, but there is a sudden shooting. And then when they are celebrating their festival. But of course nowadays all those Israel people should be more alert. Just like the Taiwan people also should be more alert. Don't think that your country is safe. Don't think that the location that you are now living your life is safe, because in the past it's safe. We should expect that more and more the kind of tragedy and people will behave in that way. So let us be alert. Actually, when I was on the street, I'm very, very alert. Even though now I'm in a small town, actually few cars or few people. But when a person, even a lady, is walking near me or approaching me, no matter in same direction or opposite direction, even though the road is wide enough that if something happen, I can run, okay? But I'm still very alert. I will try to look around, very alert that whether he or she has really passed me or stopped at my back or suddenly turned. I will pay attention that whether he has really kept his walking and then gradually left me, and then I know that I'm safe. Of course, it doesn't mean that I will take everyone as a bad person, but that is alert, okay? To be alert, but to help people. I also, when I met any stranger, I also try to ask them whether you have anything in need, or whether you want some ride, or whether someone passed by my home. I will ask them whether you need water. Some cars stop. I will ask them, do you have problem with your car? Okay, of course, in a distance, okay? But when I'm walking, and then when I sense that someone is near me, or when I'm walking on the road that there are some corner, there are some side roads, or some cars passes by, I will be alert that whether the car has stopped by me, whether the car is driving more and more slowly when the car is near me, or when the person pass me, or I see that it's near me, I will turn my head naturally. Of course, I not fix. Don't look at him, okay? Don't fix at him. Otherwise, people might think that I take them as thieves. No, I should not do that. But I just pay attention. I just be more alert that if he or she is bad, if he or she is following me, or if he or she suddenly come nearer or turning back when he has passed me or stopped, then at least I can be more alert if he or she has some strange behavior. I won't be grabbed at the back, or I won't be hurt without notice, right? Okay, without my attention. Right? So we must be alert. Don't think that the place is safe. We used to be safe, right? Yeah, Taiwan used to be safe. I also walk in Taiwan at night time and take a bus or the train home at very late at night. Yeah, it's safe, okay? Of course, I'm brave in that way. Yeah, but I think that it is safe, okay? And then even in the US, so many shootings, so many killings, if I, even if it's dark, I also come home when it is already dark, but I still pay attention. And then even though it's so dark that maybe sometime there's no light, but because the area is immense, I can see very clear within at least a few feet, or even 10 to 20, 50 feet. I can see those whether those cars surrounding me, those buildings surrounding me, where there are someone walking out or walking near me, okay, or if something happen, which way I should go, or where how is the road situation, something like that. And then I keep some distance with any stranger, with any car, or even the car just drive by. I pay attention whether it has stopped, okay? So you'll be ready that tragedy, killing, evilness will happen anytime, so that you must be ready. You must pay attention, because we must be aware that the day of the Lord will come like a thief in the night. Okay, we don't know when the final day come. We don't know what's the exact day that it will finally come. And then it comes just like a thief in the night. The thief won't notify you, right? Just like the final day of our Lord, of the Creator, he won't tell you, he won't notify you the night that he has come, the time that he has finally come. But our God is good that he already warned us in the Bible for many times that the final days, the final day is coming. And when the final day is coming, there are nations against nations, there are earthquakes, there are difficulties, there are disobedience, there are treacheries, there are killing, there are brutality, there are many behavior without self-control. There are appearance of godliness, but denying its power. There are many lovers of pride and pleasure rather than lovers of God. So we are already warned many times. And then we are told that those fighting, shooting, natural disaster, flooding and earthquakes, fire, they are just the beginning. So sometimes when those disasters come, we will ask, where is God? If you told me that there is a good God, there is a loving God, why he allow all these things happen? He already tell us in his planning, this will happen. He only unfold his plan, reveal his plan long time ago through Bible. If you have read it, then you will be more alert. You will understand. You will expect, and then you will not just live your own life with pleasure. You will live a life relying on God. You don't know when your day will finish. You don't know when the final day will come, but you know that every day of surviving is God's grace. And then because every day it is God's grace, so you also try to show your grace to others, and then you also try to love people. You always try to live in the love of God, try to repay your love, try to pay your love to God through your love to others. You try to really have godliness. You really try to have self-control in God. So when those evilness are arising, make sure you're not one of them. You are not one of them who make evilness. You are one of them who ask people to turn away from evilness. For example, like Charlie Kirk, he was killed only because he always give a public or a speech, public debate, and then those people just don't want to allow him to say something to say something correct, to say something right, okay, to say something that's good to everyone. They just don't want to hear this. They just want to be as arrogant as they want, as lack of self-control as they want, as brutal as they want. They just don't want to hear about love, forgiveness, godliness. No, they don't want that. And so we must be very aware that the last day of the Lord will come like a thief in the night. The night, that means in darkness. You cannot see clearly. And then usually we think that it's more dangerous if something happens in the night time, right? So in night time, usually you don't go out, you lock up yourself at home, all right? But very often those shootings, those killings happen at daytime because I think daytime more people gather. So the killer just want to kill more people, just want to make his killing more public. Okay, more spectacular. All people know that I have killed someone. Okay, and then they kill themselves. So most of the time happen in daytime. Even nighttime, it is on the street full of light. For example, the killer in the Taiwan killing, it is just evening time. And then the street is full of light, okay, full of people, and then shopping mall, okay. How dare you to kill someone in the mall so crowded with people? Sure, you cannot escape, right? You will be caught. But they want it because they maybe they themselves also take killing themselves as a very heroic act. Okay, killing others, killing themselves, killing anyway. You just a heroic act. Okay, it's so it shows how uh, how how arrogant they are, right? They love themselves. Okay, they think that they can. Wow, it's so great that I can kill so many people when it's so crowded. I can have such a good plan. No one can stop me. No one knows that. And then I just come out with the smokes and then with the long knife and then I just 1, 2, 3 and then a few people fell down and you see I just can kill anyone and I don't need to ask for permission. I don't need to listen to anyone's advice. Nothing. Okay, and then so whoa, after killing people I kill myself. It's okay. Okay, so when people don't love themselves, sure they also won't love other people. But you don't know when your last day will come. You don't know the last day, the final day of the law will come. So when people think that, oh, there is peace, there is security, just like before the Taiwan killing, they think that there is peace and security. When the Great Fire in Taipo in Hong Kong broke out, before it broke out, they also think that there is peace and security. Of course, in Hong Kong, it's safe. There is peace, there is security. And then very seldom that you heard people in Hong Kong can break into a house and then kill people. Seldom. Okay. Maybe just stealing something. Maybe if you don't lock your door well, if someone is inside, especially the whole estate with so many buildings, it is safe. No one dare to break into and kill you, right? But suddenly destruction will come. Sudden destruction will come, will fall upon them as labor pains come upon a pregnant woman, and they will not escape. You can see that the Taiwan killer, he will not escape. He didn't escape. He cannot escape. But maybe he has planned that. He has planned that he will kill himself, or he has planned that he can run away, or he just think that even you cannot run away, so what? There's something like that. Okay, at least I have done something great. At least I have done something I want. I have done something that no one dare to do. Okay, nowadays people are so proud that they just want to do something that no one think that they will do it, and then no one dare to do it, and then no one even expect that someone will do it at this location at this time. Okay, no one will think that when they celebrate their festival peacefully at the beach in Australia, not in the US. In the US, maybe actually I don't want to join those big crowd activity, especially nighttime, especially holiday time, because actually outdoor, of course, shooting outdoor is very common. Shooting inside the colleges is common. But of course, the country is so big. If the chance actually is very low that you are killed when you join an activity. But it seems it's a high risk. when people here they can have guns, and then so many nowadays we talk about illegals, and then so many uh illegals are actually criminals, and then so many criminals are set free even though after uh, uh, committed quite a number of crimes, and then be sentenced, and then they were set free. and then and then there are many raping, many killing, and then many car accidents, and then each car accident uh, has a great casualties, at least one or two people. So when you think that there is peace and security, of course, most people in the U.S. still think that, oh, there is peace, there's security, even though always shooting, always tornadoes, always flooding, always car accident. They still think that, oh, there is peace and security. So when I see them driving, they always drive with only one hand, and then they even text message, look at the message, make some calls. Even they are driving. So actually, I'm very afraid, afraid of the driver here. They think that it is peaceful. There is peace and security, and then they don't expect that there will be sudden accident, sudden mistake, or just for example, my neighbor was killed by a drunk driver. Okay, when the drunk driver passed by, I don't think that he lost his control in 1 second. I think at least he lost his control in a few seconds, and then the last second, then he crashed into my neighbor's car. But if you are very alert of those cars coming, maybe you can you can be you can be more cautious, and then you might not be directly crushed by him. Actually, two lines of cars, so many cars, okay, on the right way. Just at this particular second that you are crushed by that car. Okay, so sudden destruction will come upon you, just as the labor pains come upon a pregnant woman, and then they will not escape. Maybe the lady will understand this verse more, understand the sudden pain more, because yes, when the pregnant woman or even lady, when they have their labor pains, okay, they will understand more. It will be quite sudden, okay, and then you cannot just stop it as you want. So you have to undergo a long period of pains. Especially those pregnant women, when they are under the labor pains, that the baby is time to come out, they have to suffer a long period of pain. Some people, some ladies, I have heard that they have over 30 or 40 hours pain is quite common. At least more than 10 or 20 is quite common. So I think the ladies will understand more the pain described here. So no wonder the ladies can be more faithful in the trust in God, because though what the Bible verses that describe it as the labor pains of a pregnant woman, they really have experienced it. Yeah, but I think that just common sense way, we know that you can't control anything. You can't expect anything to happen at the time you want, or if you don't want it to happen, then you won't be happen, right? You just can't control, you just can't tell, you just can't stop anything happen to you. I think that in the last second that you find a car is crashing into you, actually maybe it's too sudden that you don't have time to respond. I've once in an accident that before getting this accident, I think that during the accident I can at least have 1 second to ask God to save me, right? But at that time, at that last second that the car is really going to crash, actually your whole brain seems seems out of consciousness already. It is a blank, completely blank, and then 1 second pass already, and then your car crashed already. And then if you were killed in that car or seriously hurt in the car, then all gone or no more conscious already. But if you are saved by God, you are not seriously hurt, then after this second of crash, oh, you suddenly have, you suddenly can feel that, I don't feel painful. I'm okay. To see, okay, my car is okay. I am okay. Just a big crash. Okay, so you, during that second, you just really cannot do anything. I think that at least I can pray. I can ask God. Oh God, at least 1 second for crying out to God. But it is you it is completely blank. You cannot think of anything or do anything. Just and then you already crashed. Okay? So you really cannot escape. You really cannot stop it. You really cannot tell it. You don't know that it will happen. So stay awake. So what should we do? Stay awake. You cannot control. You cannot stop it. You cannot, or even you cannot escape from it. But so stay awake. Just like I say just now, you stay awake when I am walking or when I am driving. But if I am driving and then someone stop me and want to say something to me, if it is a single man, surely I won't stop. If this is a lady, I will see whether it is a lady that really need help or something, because sometimes you know that now it's a lady, maybe next second a man will come away. So you must stay awake that anything can happen. So for you do not know on what day your Lord is coming, our Lord, Jesus Christ, okay? We don't know on what day he is coming. Well, of course, his second coming, the final judgment day, the end of the day, the end of the world, okay? But notice that if the master of the house had known in what part of the night the thief was coming, he would have stayed awake and would not have let his house be broken into. You don't know when the thief will come. You don't know that a thief is coming, okay? Even though you know that a thief is coming, but you don't know what time and then from what part of your house. And maybe you keep awake days and days, weeks after weeks, months after weeks. The thief has not come, and then when you don't stay awake tonight, then he has come. So, and then maybe you stay awake at the back of the front door. You think that he will come in from your front door or from the windows. Maybe he come from the roof. You don't know that he can come from the roof or come from the bottom. Okay, I don't know that. Okay, or just come out from your room. Maybe he already hide inside your house already. Or maybe the thief is your family. Okay, so that's why the old classmate killed the professor so easily. All right, maybe he has already been invited into his house. Now, so you don't know anything about that time, location, exact time, exact location, or exact way that the thief will come. The thief may come in the blessing of your he may disguise himself, okay? He may disguise your good friend, okay, and then actually he's a thief or killer, okay, a murderer. You will have stay awake and will not let him broke into it. Therefore, you also must be ready for the Son of Man. That means our Jesus Christ, our Lord. The Son of Man is coming at an hour you do not expect. So we don't know when the final judgment day is come, when our Lord will come for his second coming. When he comes, then that is the final judgment. That is the end day. So before this end day, we don't know what, when, and how. So you better stay awake. You better be saved by him. You better submit yourself to this Lord, believe him, trust him, rely on him, and then live by his grace, not by your own work, not by your own not by yourself, okay? Live for God, okay? So that God will protect you, guide you, and help you. So when we face all those sufferings, maybe personal suffering or suffering in the whole world, or the suffering of our neighbor, our family, or our friends, or anyone we don't know but we heard about it. Maybe when we are protected from this suffering. So far, so many shootings, so many accidents, so many natural disaster. Thank God I haven't experienced one. The most serious is the car crash that it is only a crash. Okay, the car is gone, but I am safe. Okay, I don't know why I'm not even slightly hurt. Okay, and the lot fighter just the second that completely blank. Okay, and then nothing happened. Okay, so I don't know why I can be saved, but I thank God that I am saved, not only by the accident, but by not only by by all those tragedies around that my family and I haven't come across the kind of sufferings and tragedies. But I don't know. I don't know whether tomorrow it will happen to me or to any of my family member or to anyone I know or to my neighbor or to anywhere. But the gospel of the kingdom will be proclaimed throughout the whole world as a testimony to all nations. And then the end will come. So we don't know what day our Lord will come. But before his final coming, the gospel of the kingdom must be proclaimed to the whole world as a testimony to all nations, and then the end will come. So when so many suffering, so many tragedy, even they haven't happened on me, but I feel so sorry for the people, the people in the type of fire, the students shot up in the colleges, university, in the church, on the street, or those raped or those murdered in Taiwan, at Bondi, at beach in Australia, or anywhere in the U.S. I really feel sorry that every day there is disaster. Every day there is a car accident. Every day there is children missing. I really feel so sorry, so bad for this world. I really pray that God, I pray that you will come as fast as you can. I pray that you will come so that you end all those suffering, because I know that many people in the world are suffering so much. Some of them even no one know that they are suffering because they are kept in prison, because they are ill-treated in the country. They are kidnapped. They are just separated from their family. They are kept in anywhere that they cannot let the world know that they are captured. Okay, they are caught. They are imprisoned by someone, and many. For example, last time the hostages of the Hamas, they have undergone such a great suffering. I have heard about their testimony, how they suffer, how they survive, how they see other people ill-treated by the Hamas, how they endure until the last minute, what suffering, what insults, what brutality they receive from those terrorists, until the time that they have the chance to be set free. Of course, most of them were not set free or killed, or they suffer so much that even they're set free, there will be a long time of healing. Okay, and maybe they are already psychologically wounded. Alright, it takes a long time to be recovered. But at least those bad days. Okay, you just don't want to think about it, but you have to get to give a testimony, that how God protect them. They really take it as a miracle that they can be set free, that they can endure to the last moment, that they are not killed. Maybe in any second, the Hamas can kill them, the terrorists can kill them. For example, the people at Bondi Beach, right? Some children are shot by the strangers around when the shooters try to shoot the children, but the strangers around just shield the children by their own body, so they were killed, but the children are saved. I really, I'm so grateful to those brave people. For example, the people in the Taiwan station, they just pass by. They are just normal citizens. They are going home, but when they see that kind of terrorist acts, they just don't think any more second. They just try to stop that violent act. Of course, they were killed, but they were killed for good reason. They sacrificed themselves. Okay, they haven't thought about their own life. Just like the heroes at Bondi Beach, who tried to tear away the guns of the shooter. Those who try to stop the killer in the Taiwan station, and then those who try to save the children and the senior people in the Taipo district, run away with them. All those maids from Indonesia and Philippines, they try to bring the children out. They try to help the seniors out of the fire. So they're so brave. And of course, some of them finally killed it. We feel so sorry. But we can see that the world is still full of people with love. Okay, when we say that the world now is more and more full of those evil people, full of evilness. The whole world sounds like a hell, right? It should be heaven. God give us so many natural resources, good sunshine, clean and fresh water, and then lovely land, all right, surrounded by lovely nature, or so many loving scenery, beautiful scenery. But people who are lovers of themselves try to destroy all those good things. Okay, so even though the world is full of all those evilness, look like a hell every day, those are people who are in tragedy. It seems they are they just think that they are living in hell, right? They should live in their life should be like in heaven, with peace, with goodness. But in tragedy, in disaster, in kidnapping, in raping, in terrorism, they fell into hell. They face evilness. They face disaster. They face terrorism, right? So when there is war on earth between nation and nation, there is also spiritual war in our spirit. So whether your spirit belongs to God or belongs to the evil, you of course you can choose, right? You can choose to believe in God or not. But when you choose not to believe in God, you choose to run away from God. You choose to allow the devil to control your spirit, to fill up your spirit, not by the Holy Spirit. Then you will be living in the hell. You will doing evil things, and you maybe you like it, maybe someone like it, maybe someone want to do anything evil because they just want to live in hell. Okay, so someone they just refuse to live in peace, live in goodness, live in heaven, live in love. Okay, so there is not only the physical war between nation and nation. There is also spiritual war between the devil and God, between the evilness and the goodness, between love and hate, between heaven and hell. So what do you choose? And then what is the power to set us free from any war, physical war or spiritual war? What is the power to save us from evilness, to put us in the peace, in the goodness, in the heaven of God? It is the grace of God. It is the love of God. It is sacrifice of God, the salvation of God. So may God bless us. May God save all of us, may we turn back to Christ, turn back to the Creator God. May we turn back to peace, security, turn back to love for God, love for people, love for family, turn back to godliness, turn back to also to love anyone, and also to love ourselves. Sometimes we don't love ourselves, so we don't want to love anyone, and then we don't love God. Then there will be hatred, there will be violence, there will be terrorism. In the 225 will come to an end, and then 226 will start, and then don't expect that 226 will be better than 225. Actually, now the weeks for World War III is higher and higher, even though someone is trying to make peace, but it seems that only one person wants peace, only one country wants peace. All other countries, they are trying to gather together and then separated into two camps, okay, and they want to fight for their own benefits. So when the world is divided into two camps, then the World War III will be coming, and they will at a higher chance. So we are still at a high risk in 226. We pray that God bless every one of you. I thank that God bless me in 225, and I pray that God will continue to bless me and my family and everyone that I pray for them to be so blessed, so safe in 226. But the most important thing is that no matter how safe we are in this world, no matter how long we can live in this world, it is still very short. It is still temporary. I pray that we can enjoy our life in heaven. We can be saved in the final days when God has come. God bless you.
If we pronounce in to be ill, what happens? It becomes this word.
我嘅 means my or mine. 你嘅 means your or yours. You know how to count from 1 to 10, but can you say Monday? Surely this earthquake come from God, and He knows that. He can just leave, okay? Now, God save. Do you want your opinion to be heard instead of ignored? Sometimes you find difficulties expressing yourself. It seems no one wants to listen to you or take your words seriously. This may affect your studies, work, relationship, and even psychological health. Have I ever come across difficulties expressing myself? Sure. But I never hold back from presenting my thoughts, because I take difficulties as challenges and force for strengthening myself. So never mind if you have difficulties expressing yourself, just keep learning, practicing, and talking. Never give up. Have you ever dreamed of being a keynote speaker? I'm not yet a famous keynote speaker, but I've been in the talking career for over 30 years, teaching, training, and preaching. I love expressing myself, inspiring others, and communicating with people. Why not start as a self-talk or monologue in the training, where you won't feel stressed to talk in front of the audience? Sharing your ideas can be an interflow with yourself or other people. It can be easy, relaxing, and fun. Let's come and talk, or learn how to talk in a relaxing, effective, and inspiring way. Overcoming your defects in communicating, you will have a life full of self-respect, joy, fulfillment in your studying, working, relationship, and gain a successful career. Join my channel membership as my premier diehard fans to get a link for the private chat room for the training. You'll find the barcode for the membership of my channel in the thumbnail photo in the description under my video. So just scroll down when you see my video. Under the description, you'll find it. There are other exclusive member perks and more training for the membership. Link will be sent to you once you join and email me. And then you can find my email contact below. So see you. Hope that we can learn together, grow together, and talk together. Never mind. Just talk as you like, okay? Just express yourself, or you just want a listener. Let us talk and let us listen person to person with me, okay? If you don't want to join a group. So just let me know. Just join the membership. See you. Bye-bye. Dear all, I thank you so much that you would like to join my membership. Not only subscribe, next step is to join my YouTube channel as a supportive friends, premier friends, or diehard friends. There are different perks, different benefits for different levels. Just join any level of them. And of course, some levels will give you more privacy to exclusive access to my training, teaching, and all other services. I would like to see you to join any of these levels in my membership program. My services covers a lot of areas, including languages learning, personal growth, public speaking, and biblical services, teaching and counseling, even healing. I'm sure that any one of them will suit your particular need and will be in your...
好鍾意廣東話。
如 Jenny 老師真係有心教咗我，我而家就有多啲自信去同其他人講廣東話啦。
我好鍾意廣東話，我想學好廣東話，我想學識點同親人講廣東話。
Ms So reconnects me to my Chinese language and culture. Learning Chinese again has made me feel whole and complete as a Chinese person.
我中意廣東話。
你好啊，我係Jenny，我嚟自香港，我已經有超過20年嘅教學工作經驗。我個學生包括小朋友、中學生同埋呢一個工作人士㗎。我唔單止可以用廣東話同埋普通話，甚至英文嚟到教本地人士，亦都可以咧係同外籍人士交流，讓佢哋最熟悉嘅英文嚟到去教導佢哋中文、廣東話或者普通話㗎。如果你已經學識咗少少廣東話或者普通話，而想喺當中去進步，無論喺讀、講同埋寫新面都可以進步嘅話，都冇問題㗎。總之用你最舒服嘅、最熟悉嘅語言，用我最熟悉嘅廣東話、普通話同埋英文，我哋一齊嘅喺呢個平台上邊交流學習，無論同中文定英文，我都好希望能夠可以同大家見面，同大家交流。咁希望好快見到大家，拜拜。